The Duvet is a simple yet robust trio base that boasts a spacious open core, an insane shooting floor, loads of bedrooms, and peaks on every floor of the base. It even has hidden features like this ladder hatch, which allows you to grenade raiders through the floor. I've also tested it on the hardest official Rust servers. All of this fits in a small egg-shaped footprint and can easily be built by a dedicated trio. Let's get into the tour. Starting off our tour, we have 3 external TCs. Each TC costs around 2,600 metal frags a day and can be easily disconnected with a twig foundation and a twig roof. This means if your main TC gets broken, you can replace it by disconnecting your external TC, and then when you've replaced it, you can just reconnect it by placing these floor frames. Stepping into the gatehouse, we have peaks on the left and right side into the compound. Above the gatehouse, we have 3 auto turrets, and in each side of the compound, we have plenty of beds and boxes to store our kits. Stepping into the shell of our base, we have plenty of boxes, 6 batteries, and our breach peaks. These give us a nice angle into the compound. Headed through the single door airlock is the starter unit. Here we have plenty of depot boxes, our TC, which costs around 26,000 metal frags a day, which allows you to fit 20 hours of upkeep, our tier 3 workbench, some more boxes, and some electric furnaces. Headed up through the breach peaks to the 2nd floor, we have the open core. Here on each side we can fit a bed, some boxes, and plenty of storage for your entire wipe. On each side of the open core, there's peaks from above. Next, we're going to head up to the next floor. Here we have 3 sets of bedrooms on each side of the base that look into every part of the base. Peak downs, the open core, and outside. Also behind the single door, we have a ramp peak outside. These peaks on the left and right side are blocked by these roofs, so it blocks any angle that a raid base might see, but still lets you peek down into the compound. Headed up the chute, we have the shooting floor. Here we have some pretty insane low wall peaks. Crisscross roof peak with the single door, which lets us peek the raiders, shoot them, and then close the door to stay cover. Our shooting floor also doubles as the inner peaks, so you can cover the inside and outside your base at the same time. Headed through the single door, we have our shooting floor bedrooms. Here we can fit 6 beds, 6 lockers, and a bunch of depot boxes for our kits. In the very middle of our shooting floor, we have this ladder hatch, which if we attach a grenade to it, we can phase a grenade through the floor into the open core, killing anyone in the open core. In our shooting floor bedrooms, we also have these ankle biter peaks to retake our shooting floor, as well as open and close this door through the window. Next, we're going to head up to our roof. Through this door, we have our roof bedrooms and a peak outside. Here we can fit 2 more large boxes and 2 beds on each side. We also have some ankle biter peaks onto our roof. On the roof, we have 3 auto turrets, and we can fit 6 windmills. Now that you've seen your next trio base, let's learn how to build it. Starting off the build, we're going to place a square foundation and 2 triangles on the sides. Place full walls on the sides, and a double door as the exit. Seal off the roof, and place a double door. In the left triangle, we're going to place our TC, a single door, and on the right side, we're going to place a half-height shelf and 2 barrels. Right next to your TC, we can place our tier 1 workbench, a small furnace, and 3 sleeping bags. Next, we're going to expand the starter. Place a triangle foundation in the middle, with 2 squares coming off the sides. Fill in the gaps of the triangles, and place full walls here. Make sure to leave this empty, as we're going to place our airlock right here. Seal off the roof. And put a full wall right here. We're going to add a loot room right here. Place a half-height shelf and a double door frame. Here we can fit 8 large boxes. In this triangle to the right, we can add 3 small furnaces and a window. To the right of that, you can also fit 2 more small furnaces. Go ahead and seal her up with some single doors. And if you have them available, you can place garage doors in all these tiles. Next, we're going to honeycomb the base. We're going to repeat this pattern on all three sides. I'm going to turn on three-sided symmetry on Builder's Sanctuary to make this a little bit easier. Coming off these square tiles right here, we're going to add triangle honeycomb. It should look like this. After you've honeycombed the base, make sure to upgrade the ceiling tiles and upgrade the sides that aren't honeycombed. This will make your base at least 8 rockets. Coming off your honeycomb, we're going to build 2 triangles, followed by a raised triangle, and 2 more low triangles. Next, we're going to build out our external TCs. We're going to repeat this pattern on each of the 3 sides. Place a square foundation right here, followed by a triangle. Next, you can build out 3 squares, and remove your build out. Build back to the base of triangles, and remove these 3 triangles. Next, on the left and right side of this triangle, you can add a square, followed by 2 more triangles. You can then remove these square build-outs, connect everything back together with another triangle. Coming off of this square, you can place 2 triangles, and go ahead and upgrade all of this. To make sure this doesn't decay, we're going to attach everything together with a double door frame and a wall. We'll need to connect these 2 foundations as well, so we'll place a single door here and full walls to the left and right. From here, we're going to build out our external TCs. Start by placing a half moon of triangles, followed by a square. Coming off of the square, we're going to place 2 more triangles, which will become our TC room. On the last triangle, we'll place 2 half walls and seal off the roof. You can upgrade all of this. Place your TC and a double door on the exit. You can then remove this twig connection, and we're going to make a more permanent connection. Place a double door frame right here and connect your external TC to your gatehouse with ladder hedge frames. We can then build out our gatehouse by placing windows on the left and right sides, a double door as an exit, and seal off the roof. Place 3 half walls on top of your gatehouse and ceiling tiles. This is going to be the spot for your turret. On the left and right sides of your gatehouse, place half walls and floor tiles. Go ahead and place double doors as your entrance and exit, glass windows on the outside, and horizontal embrasures on the inside. Next, we're going to build out our compound bedrooms. We're going to build this on all 3 sides. Coming off of this raised foundation connected to the base, we're going to build 3 square foundations. You can cap off the end with full walls, and on top of that, build 3 half walls. Place a ceiling tile and a triangle shelf. Here you can fit 2 large boxes and 2 beds. Place a double door as an exit, and you're good to go. Next, we're going to seal up the compound. Connect it to your gatehouse, place a high wall, and then clip it into your compound bedroom. Repeat this pattern on all 3 sides. For the next step, we're going to add barricades on top of our gatehouses. You can place a twig right here, make it much easier to place. Once you're done, you can then remove the twig. You'll need 12 total barricades to seal the compound. Your base should currently look like this. Next, we're going to build up our breach peaks. We'll repeat this pattern on all 3 sides. On the left and right sides of this raised foundation, we'll add 2 half walls, followed by windows on top of them. On the left and right sides, we'll add double doors and place triangle ceiling tiles. Next, place triangle roof tiles right here, and half walls on the left and right sides, followed by windows on top of them. Place triangle ceiling tiles right here, and a half wall in the middle. Next, you add a double door as an exit, and seal off this part of the roof. On the left side, you can add a double door as an entrance, and a low wall as a peak. Place a half wall right here on the jump up, and seal in the roof. On the side facing towards the base, we're going to place a window. And on top of the half height windows, we'll place half walls. On the side facing away from the base, we'll place a single door. Next, we're going to build up 2 stories with double door frames. And place a square floor tile. On the sides, you can place half walls and a ramp in the center. On top of that, you can place another floor tile and a ramp on top of that. Next, we're going to finish our jump up. Place a single door frame right here. And on top of that, place a window. Place the triangle floor right here as a jump up and a double door frame. You can then seal off the roof. On the top of that, we'll add a window and another jump up. On top of the ramp, we'll add double door frames, a floor tile, and a low wall. On the left side, we can add another window and a double door as our exit. On top of your half height window, seal off the roof. Here we can place a half wall. We're going to build another bedroom. Place a ladder hatch frame through the middle and half walls on top of your windows, followed by sealing off the roof. In the center of this, we can add a triangle shelf, which can fit 2 large boxes, 2 beds, and 3 horizontal embrasures. You can upgrade this ladder hatch frame to brick or brutalist to give you a smaller hitbox. If you don't have those DLCs unlocked, you can also make it sheet metal, which will give you the same hitbox. Lastly, slap a double door on that, and it will place full walls on the left and right sides. Seal off the roof, place a half wall on top of your window, and a double door as your exit. Next, we're going to go back and fill in all the deployables. Place double doors here and here, as well as on the second floor and the first floor. We'll place vertical embrasures on the first floor breach peaks. And on the second floor, we can do horizontal embrasures, as well as the third floor. And on the windows facing towards the middle of the base, we're going to place vertical embrasures. Next, we're going to build up the middle of the base. Start by placing full walls on the sides, followed by half walls on top of that. You can then seal in the roof. And now this part of the base is done. If you have more beds and lockers you'd like to place, you can put another bed right here, followed by a locker on the wall. There's also storage for a couple large boxes. On the second floor breach peaks, we can place another bed, some drop boxes, and a garage door. Next, we're going to build up our shell. You can repeat these steps on all 3 sides. Start by placing triangle ceiling tiles right here, and single doors or windows on the left and right for your batteries. You can place a single door airlock, build up with full walls. On top of the full walls, we can put a half wall on the left and right, followed by a low wall, and a full wall in the middle. We'll then build up with 2 stories with double door frames. Place triangle floor tiles on the left and right sides, followed by square floor tiles on the insides, and a triangle coming off the wide gap. Your base should look like this. Next, in the center of our base, we're going to add half-height windows. Repeat this on all 3 sides, and add a single door as your entrance. On top of the half-height windows, we're going to add half walls. We're going to seal in the roof. You can place single doors on your entrance, and horizontal embrasures on your windows. Next, in the center of this room, we're going to place 3 half walls and a ladder hatch frame in the middle. We'll then section off this area with full walls and half walls on top of them, followed by 3 double door frames in the middle. Placing a ladder hatch here allows us to put a grenade on it and phase it through the floor, so that anyone below this room will get grenaded through the floor. You can fit 6 beds in here, 6 lockers, and you can add a shelf above for some extra storage. Lastly, we're going to section off this area with garage doors. Moving on to our shooting floor, we're going to add windows on the left and right sides, and a ladder hatch frame in the middle. You can then add a single door and triangle roofs coming off the ladder hatch frame. Next, we're going to seal in the roof. And add square roof tiles. On top of our exits to the roof, we're going to add triangle roofs. This is going to be where we place our roof turrets. And right here, we're going to add our windmills. Build up one high with double door frames, place the ladder hatch frame in the middle, and 2 square tiles on the left and right sides. You can fit 2 windmills here. Make sure that the open side is facing you, and place your windmills. You can then go back and fill in the windows. I like to add glass windows here, because if there's a raid base that can't shoot you, and add a single door on your roof peak. You can then section off this area with double doors. And our base is nearly complete. At this point, you're probably itching for some more loot space. So we're going to build our open core. On the second floor, you can remove these double doors and build half walls on all 3 sides, followed by a jump up. Below the jump up, you can add a ramp for storage and 3 small furnaces in the middle. We're going to add a loot room on the left and right sides, a half-height shelf, and another shelf on top of that. On the third side, we're going to add another loot room. Here we can fit 5 large boxes, and an additional barrel. Place 3 double door frames in the middle, and seal in everything with garage doors. If you have a tier 3 workbench, you can place it right here, with the small box below it. Lastly, we're going to place the rest of our turrets, and I'll show you where to place the batteries. We'll place 3 turrets in the breach peaks, as well as 3 turrets on the shooting floor. In the first floor of our shell, we're going to place our batteries. You can either use a single door or a window here, it's up to you. I like to use single doors because I end up getting a ton of armored single doors during the end wipe. I don't really know what to do with them. If you have any questions about the build or just want to say hi, join my personal Discord. The link is in the description. Alright, peace.